Welcome, my smart lovers and friends. I'm so excited to have you here. Welcome to this community built just for you, focused on inspiring true love and authentic, healthy relationships, okay? All the ships, friendships, romantic relationships, partnerships, all of the above. So I'm super excited to have you here. What to expect, topics related to dating, relationships, marriage, growth, self-care, self-reflection, self-mastery. Thank you for being here. Thank you for being a part of the community.
Okay, Smart Live. Did you catch it? Did you catch me? Did you check my
Make sure you share with a friend or two or three. Let's continue to grow together. This is the special edition of Smart Love. I'm going to call this one Smart and Hot Love Topics, okay? So we're getting into all the hot celebrity gossip, but we're not keeping it on the gossip level. We're taking it a level deeper, okay? You're gonna get some smart love discussion points in here, okay? So just, fasten your seatbelt and, let's get right into it. So for those of you that are new to Smart Love is a platform where like-minded people get together, men and women, to share our experiences, to learn from each other, to grow together, and really to build authentic, healthy relationships. So wherever you're watching from, make sure that you like, love, subscribe, follow, all the things so you can get all the juicy Smart Love notifications and, stay in the loop and, get your Smart Love. So today we're going to be jumping into some topics that I really don't want to talk about. I'm not a big social media person, but I do, I see some things come through my timeline. I'm like, oh, I got an opinion on that. Oh, I want to talk about that. Oh, so that's what we're going to do. That's what Smart and Hot Love Topics is all about. We get into all the tea. So let me see who is here. If you're here, leave me a love like so I can see you. Let me know where you're dialing in from, and welcome to Smart Love. All right. So let me go to my notes. I had to take some notes for y'all today because it's a lot of things that I want to talk about. So today we're going to talk about Cam Newton's podcast interview with Dr. Bryant, Dr. Vanessa. We're going to get into Neyo and Chris Brown talking about, they're into this poly lifestyle. We're going to get into that. We're going to talk about my girl, LisaRaye. Love that interview. I watched it like 3 times already. And there's a lot of controversy around that interview. And I'm like, why? Like, she was just speaking facts and she was just speaking her truth. So we're going to get into that as well. I'm going to say that one, juicy one to the end. And my girl, my guest, Michelle, is on her way. I'm going to say that one for her because I know she really want to get into that one. So don't mind me if I take a sip. And I need y'all to also be on nipple alert. If you see something pop out, drop something in the comments. My TST production team, I need y'all to be on alert as well. If you see anything out of place, get your girl together, okay? Okay. All right, so the first topic we're going to get into for our smart and hot love topics is Cam Newton's interview, his podcast. And I feel like it's like a growing theme on this podcast. Like he has these beautiful, educated, smart, intelligent women come on there, and they tell him about himself. They get him all the way together. Like, I appreciate that, and I appreciate that he's open to, conversing and learning a little bit. I feel like he might learn a little bit every time somebody come on there and school him. So shout out to you, Cam. Okay, so this particular interview that I want to talk about was this interview that he did with Dr. Bryant, where they were discussing his views on marriage and family. And Dr. Cheyenne, I believe that's how you pronounce her name. She She appeared on his Funky Friday series. And they delved into his fear of marriage and, impact on his family dynamics. And it was really an interesting conversation. And I did watch the whole thing, and I felt like she really went deep, and she kind of was very transparent about her own struggles and what she has had to overcome when it comes to dating and all of that. But she got him all the way together as well. So I thought it was a great interview. But what I want to touch on is number one, he got into his fear of marriage. Okay. So Cam stated, and I'm not quoting him exactly, but this is the gist of it. But he said that his desire to get married is lower than his fear of divorce. See, he now that was a real, true, transparent statement right there. Like, he revealed a lot in that statement, and he admitted that he is hesitant to commit because he's concerned that just marriage is going to be hard, and it has a low success rate. And I feel like that is the same anxiety a lot of us have when it comes to marriage. So that's understandable. But where Dr. Bryant got him together was the fact that she accused him of creating these broken homes, right? Because he's having children with different women, not marrying them. And, even if he's in the child's life, it's still a broken home because you're not, in that household daily. And, it's a struggle, and it's definitely causes, I would say, and I don't know what type of father he is, but I'm just going to say it does cause the children to have, I would say, what's the word that I want to use? I feel like it kind of creates an environment for the children that kind of gives them, they have I don't know if it's missing. There's something missing. You're not showing them that full family dynamic, which might be okay for him, right? If he didn't grow up with that, that probably is not a big deal for him. So that was just something that, she called out with his behavior. She called it selfish, okay? Because you're prioritizing your personal fears over the well-being of your children. She emphasized that, while Cam may be, proactive father, the absence of him in a unified home is going to affect your children. So she got into it. She broke it all the way down. And she really highlighted the importance of having a solid family structure when it comes to raising children. And so what I want to get into as far as our topic today, touching on this hot topic, and let's put a little smart love on it. It's let's talk about what happens with family dynamics when we're creating these broken homes. So in our last smart love session with my girl Tammy, she said something that I was just like, oh my God, I had to give her some snaps on that. She said, women spend more time picking out their hairstyles, what they're gonna wear, how they're gonna look. They spend more time on that than picking out the child's father, who they're gonna have a child with. And so when you think about that, think about that statement. We spend more time on our outer appearance than we take vetting someone that's going to be in our lives for the rest of our lives. This is even, beyond marriage, right? Because, the divorce rate, marriages come and go. But once you have a child with somebody, they in your life for the rest of your life. And you're choosing to, and I'm getting on you women too, because this ain't just about the men. They are not laying down by themselves. We're actually bringing the life into the world, right? And so just think about that. We're creating broken families. Like, why is that okay? Think about that. Put your comments in the chat. Do you think that it, like, from your perspective, male or female, that we are spending more time on our appearance and how we look than setting up our future children for a solid foundation? Okay, okay. Put it in the comments. Put it in the comments. Put it in the comments. So, what y'all think about that? I think that that is like one of the biggest problems in our generation. Is like creating these broken homes, and I don't see us getting back together anytime soon because we're like at war. And it's like, well, who's at fault? Is it the man? Is it the woman? Like, men out here, spreading their seeds, and I mean, the women out here spreading their legs. So, like, I mean, who's, what I'm saying? Like, I don't know, like, who's really to blame? And then also, like, I want to talk about, like, why is there such a fear of marriage? Like, why are we, like, so afraid of marriage? Like, I understand, me having been married before, like, I totally understand that it's a lot of work. I'm not scared of that part. I think for me, like, I have a desire to be married again, but I want to make sure that I have the right partner. So I think, like, what we need to get over is not the fear of marriage and commitment. Like, that's not where the fear should be. Like, you should focus on making sure that, number one, you are happy, healthy, and whole, and that you choose a partner that, and we're gonna get into a little bit this when we talk about, LisaRaye, but you choose a partner that is equally yoked. And when we have, a lot of people out here who are, trauma bonding, like, we're just kind of repeating the same cycles of how we grew up, choosing the same type of men. If you didn't have your father in your life, you're choosing someone that represents the image of what you think a father should have been. And, even from a male's perspective, like, if you're, you grew up with a single mom, and you just, you look at women as, hey, y'all strong, y'all can do it. My mama did it, y'all can do it too. Like, you don't have a lot of empathy for, the single woman. So you like, yeah, I can hop in and out of this household. Y'all gonna be good. I don't know what y'all think. Y'all being quiet. I see you on a live. I see you on a stream. Drop me a hello. Let me know where you're coming from, where you're dialing in from. And y'all gotta get into this conversation with me. Like, I ain't gonna just preach it to y'all. Y'all want to just preach to y'all? Because, I know a lot. I'm gonna do that. But yeah, so I think that, just this generation is just afraid of marriage due to our own trauma. And I think that, that's something that we need to heal. Like, there's so many beautiful things about marriage. There's so many beautiful things about, like, having a partner to grow with, to build with. How can you create generational wealth and leave a legacy with one half of the branch missing from the tree? So we definitely need to, have more discussions and really start to dive into, why do we have these hangups when it comes to marriage? All right. So what else did I want to touch on when it comes to that? Yeah, and then when it comes to, like, high profile figures, when they think about, like, divorce, it's like, hey, like, I'm about to lose half my check. You know what I'm saying? Like, because marriage is a business. It's like, it is, a partnership. And that is, like, the fear that a lot of men have. Like, if this doesn't work out, and the statistics say it may or may not, like I don't know what the current statistics are. Like, is it even 50-50? But so it's like a 50-50 chance that I could lose everything. So I think that's one of the reasons why a lot of people have fear of marriage. And it didn't used to be like this. Like, in that War on Black Love series. Let's see, on the War on Black Love series, like we talked about like how back in the 50s, like our families, were intact. And there was a lot of things that happened when it came to like, the women's movement and civil rights. There was just a lot of things, not civil rights, but what was it? It's just like the whole like the welfare system, like taking the men out of the household, and it's just a lot of things that affected the Black community that affected our family structure. So we need to figure out how to repair that. Like we can't just keep just blaming the past and what was done to us, because now we're just continuing the cycle. So we need to figure out how to break it. So that's the Smart Love take on that. Okay. Let me take a sip because this is my drink right here. You know me, like this is my drink. All right. So now let's get into this whole poly situation. Okay. So I saw a video, I think it was on Instagram or TikTok, where they were kind of just talking about, Neyo. Like, I think, again, we talked to Dr. Bryant, like, what do you think about Neyo? And I guess, recently in interviews, Neyo has revealed that, he no longer prefers monogamy. Okay. And he's really open to having multiple romantic partners. And he's been seen, around town with, multiple women. And, I feel like it's a flex. It's like, okay. It's a flex. Like, oh, yeah, I'm the man. I got two backs. Okay. All right. But what he has stated is that, he feels like honesty and communication in his relationships are, better when there's not that monogamous commitment. He, talked about personal freedoms and suggested that people should be allowed to structure their relationships as they see fit. Okay. So Mr. Neyo, who finalized was this his second divorce? Was it only two? I don't know. But he just finalized his divorce in 2023. And the thing is, Dr. Bryant says that Neyo is now claiming to be poly because, no, she said he's claiming to be poly, but really he wanted to be married and failed. Like, he lost a good one. Like, he over there in a support group for the men that have lost a good one. I sent a couple over there as well. Okay, I know how it goes. So he's like, okay, well, yeah, but monogamy don't work for me. Like, yeah, I need my freedom. I need my space. Is that what it is? Okay. That's why your marriage failed, because you didn't have freedom. Okay. Chris Brown. I love me some Chris Brown. That's my boy. I would never date him, but he's talented. I like Chris Brown. I like Neyo too. But anyway, during a live stream of Kai's, how you pronounce Kai's platform? I think it was just a couple weeks ago. Was this like around Thanksgiving? He admitted that he's in multiple relationships. Like how, like that don't even sound right. Like I'm in multiple relationships. Okay. You just fucking around. It ain't no relationship. Y'all kicking it. Y'all talking. Friends with benefits. Like, but okay. So he admitted that he's in multiple relationships. Um, he noted that, again, here we go. Well, honesty is the key. Like, I keep it real. I keep it 100. Like, they know what it is. They know what it do. Okay. Um, and then he feels like he, what did he say? What is it being? Honesty is the key. Honesty is the key to managing these dynamics. Okay. No, I wholeheartedly agree in honesty. But you can have honesty in a monogamous relationship. Okay. But if that doesn't work for you, that's fine. Hey, choose what works for you. I'd rather you do that than to lie and to cheat and like just keep it 100 with me. And oftentimes I feel like that has been hard for men because they feel like if they kept it honest, then they're going to lose something that they really want. Now, this I feel like you shouldn't just choose this type of lifestyle just for selfish reasons, right? Just because you want your cake and eat it too, but just like really understand like what it is and what the rules to it, and like just to be out here just messing with this person, that person, no rules, just because you being honest and you keeping it, what I'm saying, 100. I don't know if you can really call that poly. Like you just thugging it, like you just hoeing. Like I don't know, like I don't know how, just because like that's the trend right now to call yourself poly and things like that. But it's like, is that what you really doing? I don't know. But my stand on like some of these men, like because I know people in that lifestyle that are like true, um, polygamist, or I know there's all these different types. I did a whole show on that, but I feel like a lot of these young men or this generation, I feel like y'all don't really know or really have the capability to handle one woman fully. Like you don't have the emotional intelligence. Now Chris Brown and Neyo, they have the finances to handle, multiple women. They got that. Some of y'all ain't got that. But you like, oh yeah, I'm power. Can you afford multiple households? Because that's what that really is. Like this ain't just like boyfriend girlfriend situation. Like I'm over here, you over there. Like no. Well, when we bringing a family together, when do I get my house? When do I get my car? When do I, what I'm saying? Like if we gonna do it, like let's do it all the way. But like I feel like most men, like I said, don't have the capacity to handle one, to make sure her needs are met, make sure that she's taken care of. Now you can handle having multiple women love on you. I'm sure you can. Absolutely. Man's dream. But can you pour into multiple women? I don't think so. I'm sorry. Somebody is going to be missing out. Somebody's going to be lacking in that situation. So anyway, when it comes to the smart love topic on this, well, I kind of dived into it. The fact that people are misusing and misrepresenting the poly lifestyle as an excuse to cheat. Do you agree? Matter of fact, I'm gonna put this in the comments. Okay, I think that is my special guest just arrived. Okay, let's give where's my crew? They're gonna come let her in. Okay, so I'm gonna put this in the comments. Hold on a second. And I want y'all to chime in. Okay, I think I might have to. Okay, let me see if they're coming. Okay, they're coming. Okay. This is really live. Okay, this is live. This is really live. I think Michelle's here. Okay, where is my? Okay, thank you. All right, so how can I do? It's not letting me do my hands. Oh shoot! Hey, it's yes. So go ahead and grab your drink. That's your drink right there, bro. Okay, so
Oh Lord.
okay, so I want y'all to answer that. Just put it in the comments. Are people misusing and/or misrepresenting the poly lifestyle as an excuse to cheat? Hello. Grab your drink. Grab your drink. Okay. Grab your drink before we get into it, because I say the best for last. Go on and get your drink, girl. And well, you already heard my opinion on this. I do. I feel like people are misrepresenting poly lifestyle and just using it as a reason to cheat. Okay, so let me catch you up. So I don't know if you have heard this, but like Neyo and some other celebrities, Chris Brown, they've decided that, I need my freedom. I'm not into monogamy. Monogamy isn't for me.
I mean, but when have they ever been? For real.
Okay, speak on it. Okay.
You sure it just started? I don't think that just started.
Well, so the reason why I brought this up is like I saw this video, I think it was like Instagram or Facebook or one of those, where Dr. Bryant was saying, really, he wanted to be in a marriage. That's why this his second marriage. Like he wanted that commitment, but he wanted to also cheat. So because like the poly lifestyle, it's not just about being able to just fuck who you want to fuck when you want to fuck. Like it ain't even just that. Like you're like, if you're doing it the right way, like you're building like families, and I just feel like most men, like y'all don't have enough capacity to satisfy one woman. How you gonna do two? Like
women make that mistake of bringing other women into their bedroom. Period.
Oh.
That's where the problem starts.
Oh,
when you start that,
it's open.
Yeah, because how can you go back from that? I mean, you already letting me do it, so what's the point? So do you feel like if you sleep with your man and one of your friends, like, and she came back and you're not around and she sleep with your man, is that all right with you?
Hell no.
It shouldn't have been all right with you in the first place.
You know what? And that's what happens like with those like those open relationships and swinging and stuff like that, because they'll start off with, oh well, we got rules, and this way, there's no cheating because we communicate. But like you said, once you open Pandora's box,
yes,
like you can't put it back in. Yes. You can't close it. And it's like, but why are you doing this? To please the man?
Exactly. And that's what most women do it for, to please the man. And it don't go nowhere. And then you end up in shambles. And now you're looking at him like he crazy when you started it in the first place. You shouldn't even let that shit happen. But
that's true.
It did.
It did, yeah. And then also just like, and I feel like I am I'm talking to myself when I say this, but like just accepting cheating. Like cause we be rah, man, whatever cheat on me. Listen, how many times you want to kick the man out of your life?
Every woman has been cheated on. So they tell you that lie. Every woman has been cheated on, I tell you. You might have you some good ones here and there, but
you ain't never caught them. You know what I'm saying? Like you don't have no evidence, but you gonna put it past them.
Yeah.
But yeah, it's like we accept way more than we should. And
see, but men can't take what they dish out. They have a whole heart attack. You do one thing that relates to anything that they did. It's stroke time.
It's stroke time. They don't even need a reason. Mm-hmm. They really don't. Oh my goodness. Okay, y'all. I see y'all watching. Hey, thank you for liking. Make sure you love it. Make sure you drop in some comments. I want y'all to tap into this conversation. I got my girl Michelle here. I didn't get a chance to like properly introduce you, but welcome to Smart Love.
Yes, ma'am.
So glad to have you here. So
having me.
Yeah, and you haven't missed much because we started late. But really, we're early because Smart Love usually doesn't start till 9 o'clock. So
you know, I try. Well, I'm early.
Yeah, you're early. We just started. It's 9:03. Come on, let's go. But yeah, so I don't know why I was just like, oh yeah, but you know, my brother podcast, they filmed somewhere else today. So I was like, oh, I could just go on early. I wasn't ready to go on early. I should just stick to my regular time. But I'm glad you made it. I appreciate you fighting through that traffic because it was crazy today.
Yes.
What side of town were you coming from?
I was coming away from Covington.
Way from Covington? Down.
But I worked in Buckhead today, so I had to get home and then come back.
Girl, same. So I work in perimeter, and so, but I was smart. Like I packed all my stuff in my bag, and then I was like, can I go? I really want to go home. I
had to go home. You see, I got this. I would have been extra late if I would have tried.
Look, I picked my outfit out last night. I'm still keeping it Gucci. Keeping it Gucci. Okay. Yeah, these shoes here are only for sitting, not for staying.
Thank you, though.
Thank you. But yeah, no, I appreciate you flying over here from Covington. But yeah, so that's one thing that you missed. Like we just kind of just talking about the whole Neyo and Chris Brown. And prior to that, I was talking about like Cam Newton. And I don't know if you've like watched any of the episodes of his podcast, but
there was a couple of them.
You did? Okay, so there was one like where like Dr. Bryant was getting on him for creating these broken homes. And he just has this fear of marriage.
I mean, that's an everyday life situation for plenty of women. Like that's just he's a known. How can I put this?
What do you call it? Philanderer? Like what is the word?
So they make it hard.
but I don't know.
He's just like any normal man, nigga, whatever you want to call him. Right. I mean, it's a whole bunch of that. He's not the only one. Look at Nick Cannon. He got about 50 broken homes and 12 possibles. So you just, I mean, it is what it. But those women decide that. They lay down with him. They know what's going to come from that. He's been here, and there. Mm-hmm. They looking at it from the money point of view, though. They can,
Yeah, and that's what I said. Like, it's not just on the men. It's like the women as well. Like, y'all are selfish. Like, you're creating these broken homes intentionally.
But sometimes women get in these relationships and feel like, oh, he's going to change for me. And that just don't be the case.
I know, that's not
you had your stupid moments. Every woman didn't have that moment.
Yeah.
A few times.
Yeah, and so my girl, like the last Smart Loves episode we had, our girl Tammy, she said women spend more time picking out their hair than choosing who's gonna father their child.
Can I tell you something? Women do more competing against other women. The men don't give a fuck about half the shit that y'all do. The wigs, the weaves, their hair, none of that. They will go stick their penis in the doorknob and the keyhole. And you're talking about that women do most of that for
other women. Right. You're right. You're absolutely right. Like Yeah, just like we focus on, looking a certain way. Now, I will say that we do understand that men are, visual,
Yeah,
that
that's just the start of things. They see you
yeah,
walking by, you get your big butt and all that. And
exactly. But
that's where
that's it, right? So and then wait,
they looking at you around the house like Felicia.
Right, no, you look, you go trip out of this. Your boy T Miles, like he said something very profound. Like I was like, oh, I like that. I'm gonna use that quote. He was like, women are out here, more focused on the outside, and then they just, than they are on the inside. They don't even try to fix the outside. He was like, they'll have a good pull card, but not the hold card. So you can pull them. You're pulling them left and right. Like you can't even walk down the street without pulling them.
You can pull and pull and pull. If the man don't want to be kept, he's not going to be. They running around in Atlanta, period. It's almost impossible. Look at all the women to one man. And then you got majority of the men down here gay. So
okay, well let's get into the statistics, because that's really part of the psyop, ladies. Like I did a video on this, but the ratio ain't what they say it is.
Exactly. Well,
there's not. So the 2020, was it the 2020 census or whatever the last census was, the ratio of men to women was 80 to 100, which breaks down to like 4 to 5. It like there's not this big 13 to 1 that everybody keeps talking about.
Well, yeah, it is. If it's a woman looking for a man, because the men are down here with other men and they so comfortable with it now. I mean, unless bisexual ones. If that's your preference, if you deal with a man. What?
I don't.
Go walk through the mall. Go.
No, I mean, as far as like my dating pool, like I have not.
Oh, they ain't gonna just jump out and tell you.
Well, no, I mean,
most of them getting pushed out of the closet. They getting it. Some of them still in there. They peeking to see if you know.
Yeah, but no, like if we're talking about eligible or like that fits your criteria, like I feel like it's like there's really a small percentage of men that will meet what I need and what I want and are compatible with me, and the same for them. Like if you just want numbers, we can talk numbers, but if we're talking about quality over quantity, bro, y'all ain't got it no better out here than we do.
Rich,
like, stop lying.
Rich, in between, broke, they all do the same things. It don't matter if he call himself high class, low class, middle class, whatever it is. They all
high value, low value.
Listen, ain't no such thing. But they always talk, oh, this high value man, and you have to have this status to get this man. Let me tell you something. That is bull.
No, men don't care about status.
None of that.
Like that. No.
None of that.
Mm-mm. No, you're right. Hey, who? Okay, I see you. Come on, drop in some comments. Make sure you love and like. Hold on, let me remind y'all. Where's my little banner? Hold on.
Oh, yeah, let me clear that up too. I don't have nothing against no gay people or any sort. I'm
come
just
out.
speaking.
We just want you to come out.
We need y'all on the front line.
Let us know when we got left to work with.
Yes.
Let's clear out the pool. Let's clear out the dating pool.
And I love the Barbies, y'all. I like to kick it with my gay men. They do best.
Okay, so let's move on to our next topic. Okay. LisaRaye's interview with Carlos King. Did you see that?
No, I'm not sure.
Okay. Well, you've probably seen like some snippets of it, but so LisaRaye McCoy, she did an interview with Carlos King. Hey, Queen. He's one of them. Hey, Queen. It was a great interview. Like I watched it a couple times because one thing I like love about LisaRaye is like, yeah, she's a beautiful girl and all this, but she is like so down to earth. Like she like your homie, like that you went to high school with, and like be ready to like turn the fuck up. Like she like one of them, but like she like just kept it like so 100. And a lot of people have been riding her with this interview. First of all, they've always, you know, just called her a gold digger and this is that because she can pull and hold high status profile men who got money. Like, so she a gold digger? I don't know. But anyway, in the interview, she talks about like what her dating standards are and you know what she seeks in a partner. And she really, you know, emphasized like really the importance of being equally yoked. And so, you know, she was like, she wants someone who matches her lifestyle and her ambitions. She was like, and I love how she put this. She was like, I don't want to stress you out trying to, you know, say keep up with my lifestyle that I'm already accustomed to. You know, like so she wants someone who has, you know, successful, who,
right.
you know,
And that's only right.
that right, because I'm successful. Like I need you to be successful. Like, you know what I'm saying? I'm accomplished. I need you to be accomplished. You know, she was like, you know, she said, you vacation for a weekend. She said, I'll go on holiday for the month.
Right.
I don't want to stress you out trying to spend your whole check trying to keep up with me. And they've been on her ass about that interview.
See, it's different levels. She's on a different level. And it's probably the ones that's on the level up under her with the problems with it. If that ain't your stilo, stay away from that. Yeah.
Right. She ain't talking about you because you're not up there.
Yes.
Deal with somebody on that level.
Exactly. When you mind your own, you live long, okay?
And so she and so like it was like mixed reactions. Like I feel like of course the women was like, yeah, TCT. And she said she was like, you know, she's like, there's women out here who just don't know no better because they haven't experienced it. But no, like I should not have to teach you, like I should not like have to reach down and pull a man up. That's not our job.
No. But you have, if you want a semi good man, you can't even, I ain't even gonna say that.
Say it. You ain't about
the broke ones ain't no good neither. They come with good things sometimes. And when you get wrapped around
there, but the ones you need, pay the bills.
But sometimes they get them with the other thing, and that's how they get in.
Yeah, but it's like, for me, like I feel like I think it's okay to have your standards.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? Like it's okay to say, hey, like I'm on this level, I accomplished this, like I'm all these things. If those things check off the things on your list, what's wrong with making sure that you check off mine? Like, why can't we both have our lists checked off? You know what I'm saying? Like, why can't we both feel like, you know what I'm saying, we are equally, you know, yoked in this area? Like, what's wrong with that? So these are some of the things that were on her list. Okay.
Well, she's a woman of high status, I guess you could say. So she requires a man on that level.
Exactly. And she's had them. So it's like, this is proven. Like she was, you know, she was married to an NFL player. She was married. She was the first lady.
That's why it's different lanes.
It's different.
You have to stay in your lane. She stay in her lane and she get who's in her lane for her.
Exactly. Like the men who are not up there, are not complaining that she has standards. If anything, they're happy that, you know, like they feel like they got a prize when they get her. You know what I'm saying? But what often happens is I feel like we sometimes as women, like, you know, if we like undervalue ourselves, then we like look at the men crazy that don't value us. But like it ain't on his fault.
Exactly.
Right. So it's like, but then again, and she even talks about this in the interview, which is why I was like, that shit is like 100% like authentic, like real, like everybody can relate to this shit. Like I don't care how much money you got, But like a lot of those men who have the money and can do these things, there's a lot of like infidelity that often comes with that. Like everybody wants your man, and he's open to it as well. So,
and that'd be the problem. You can go and find those, man. You can go. They're gonna come with all types of problems.
Exactly.
Women, children, all types of stuff. So, I mean, is you winning?
Right.
By getting this man? No.
Right. I mean, and I'm not gonna say that all men on that level, most. But right. And so you still gotta pick and choose. So even she has from her small pool, she still has to pick and choose, like based on how they treat her.
I know a lot of wealthy men. They have their wives, and they have good simple lives that they live, but some tend to stray away. But they don't bring no mess home. The wife don't even know, what's going on, but they still do it. Yeah. But sometimes the wife don't give a shit anyway, because sometimes
she got something. Look, just don't mess up this business deal, okay?
My yacht is taking care of over here. Y'all just keep out on the water, and y'all keep them little boats rolling. And this yacht right here, we cool.
We cool.
As long as he coming home, but listen, you can leave a rich man and for whatever he doing, and you gonna go right to that broke one, and he gonna be doing the same thing. So, would you rather be with this rich man and him? I mean, you can go deal with the problems and go through. People just don't choose to do.
Look, she said, "What? Who is saying these things? Who's saying what?" Girl, they're on the internet. The internet people, girl. The internet people, like they dragging it. They known for dragging it. The internet people are dragging it. Hey, girl. But yeah, it's like. Okay, so let me just break down her list, and like it's not it's not that far from my list. Like the numbers might be numbering, but the shit's real. Okay, she wants someone that's accomplished. Who don't want that? I'm accomplished. I want you to have we're too like when we were 20, we can go on potential because you haven't had time to accomplish them yet.
Which way you go, it's the problems. Look at her past situations with her marriage and everything else. Right. It don't matter which way you go.
But you gotta have like a base, a foundation to even entertain. Or you just it's a free fall? What you think?
I think a man just gonna do exactly what you let him do to you. Mm-hmm. And when what you allow at the beginning is what goes through the relationship. They do exactly what you let them do.
Yeah.
So if you come in with your friends and we want to have threesomes and this and that and the thing, what you think he's gonna do? And then when he all
this is stars how you talk about these threesomes. So I need your help. Can you refresh my drink?
This is good.
Thank you. I just love my crew. This is home. So glad to be here. Okay. Fix yourself one right back there too.
I said come there, right?
Yes. Okay. This is giving like what do you call it? What's the Bravo show? Andy show. I forget what it's called. Watch what happens live. We got bartender. Pan over to the bartender. But no, yeah, this is about the third time you talk about these opening up your relationship. Oh, well, so have you had an experience?
No,
you will not
open up my relationship.
Okay,
that stuff you do when you're young and you want to have some fun, but I ain't bringing no other woman into my bedroom for no reason. I'm sorry, that's just not going down.
Yeah. So, truth time. So, there was a time I'm even gonna name I'm not gonna speak too many details, but there was a time where I was introduced to the swingers lifestyle. Have you heard of trapeze? Oh, it's fantastic. Do you need a refill?
Thank you. Yes. Thank you.
Have you heard of trapeze?
No.
Okay.
Enlighten me.
So yeah, so there's a club here in Atlanta. It's called Trapeze. It's not even far from my house. Where it's where you can go and you can be free and swing and switch and do whatever. But the person that I was with at first, like someone had convinced them that, oh, this might be good for your relationship because you can be open and happy and free and no one's cheating and no one's this, da, da, da. And so we were like, okay, we'll check it out. As soon as somebody tried to touch me, it was over. He said, absolutely, I really turn on the lights. Shh.
So life is not for everybody.
He said, nah. But really, no, like you said, men ain't gonna be okay with that. Mm-hmm. Really, now if you just bringing someone else, another female in, because it's all about them, right? Let you try.
Switch it up.
I want to bring another man.
Yeah, I was just about to say that. Switch it up on him.
I don't
come
know.
in, babe. Let's have a threesome.
I don't know
okay?
one yet.
Well, let me pick the person. Come home with your man. Come home with a man. What you doing? We about to have this threesome you was talking about.
Cause a man's biggest fear is that a nigga is gonna fucking lay the shit down because their ego. Uh-huh. They don't want to feel like another man can come in and take they want it. But we supposed to be just open. Oh yes, come on in, girl.
And then they be the ones that go off doing crazy shit behind your back.
Right. So yeah. So no, that definitely happens. But no, we ain't with the shits. We were not with the shits. But okay. So let me get back to Lisa's list. Okay, Lisa's list: accomplished, successful. Okay. Powerful. Okay, how do you measure that? Okay, interesting. Rich. You said they gotta be rich.
See, it's the difference between rich and wealthy. You take the rich ones. Give me the wealthy. Give me the wealthy man.
Give me the wealthy man.
Mine a little bit stable. That day to be spit.
Okay, so the thing about the wealthy versus the rich, black versus white, the square versus the thug, because the nigga from the streets can be rich.
Yeah.
He could fund your lifestyle.
But he can also, what is he doing though? Let's ask that first. It depends on what he's doing. Do
you care where the money comes from or that it's there?
I had a children's father that's in prison.
Okay.
Majority of his life in and out. So yeah, that matters. Yes.
Now.
Yeah.
Right. In this grown age, now it matters. We didn't know better back then. Okay.
Yes.
Now it matters how you get your money. It matters,
Yes, because I don't need you. We got this good old life going on, and then bam, you just off to jail.
Right.
And now what?
Now what? Right. Everything
now I'm
can't be in
to
my
fund
name.
this myself,
now
even though I can.
But
it was good when you was doing it. Now,
ladies, how many of y'all have dealt with that? Very common. But it's like, I don't know. It's like I've always had this thing where I was like, I need me a square thug. Like I need somebody that got like that. It's the street. It's like it's something I can relate to.
Because it's plenty of women on the side, the same mindset. I want him. He just going about his. Give me the nerve. Give me David.
David.
Yes. Okay, David. The glasses, the nerve.
That you can fix them up.
Yes.
And make them into what you want.
He already fixed up. He just, he already got everything he need. He just need a little sprucing, change that tire. You can do that.
Now this is what I always say. Like, for me to date a white man, it's like certain things you gotta have. Okay. Not just white man, other. That's okay. So you gotta have the swag of a black man, like confidence. Like you gotta walk in a room like, no, you the shit. Mm-mm. You gotta listen to black music.
Listen, Polly, you do not have to be ghetto for me.
I want
Polly.
you to like appreciate black music. You gotta, you have to kind of like be woke a little bit to the culture. Like I don't want to have to like teach you everything. Like I don't want to be the first one. So that's also on the list. I can't be the first black woman you ever dated. Like I want somebody else to break you in. But the number one thing on the list, you gotta have your white privilege, because what are we doing this for? Like you can't be the outcast of the family. You've been cut out the will. That ain't gonna do nothing. Like I need you to be able to call if needed.
We need the trust funds.
We need trust funds. You don't like. We need, you know what I'm saying? We gotta have an uncle that's the judge. We gotta have the cousin that's the DEA. Like, I need you to keep your white privilege. There's not a lot of them out there like that. It's a few, but the sisters already got them. I was like, damn. Oops.
Some of them just starting. They train them. They train them.
They
training them. Training them real good.
Oh my god.
Listen, Polly, if you're out there.
but yeah, so she has all those things on her list, you know, accomplished, successful, powerful, rich. But then she wants someone that's God-fearing, someone that's family-oriented, someone that's a leader. That's what all women want. That's what all women want.
Yes.
Only thing I would add to that is, you know, someone that's like respectable, someone that like makes me feel secure, emotionally intelligent. That's very important.
You can have all of that in one man and he's still be out doing. I don't think, listen, hear me out though. I like for my man to just be with me, but I really don't feel like a man was really meant to be with one woman.
Okay, speak on it.
And I'm just saying, I mean, it's always been in other countries, they have multiple wives and so forth. They have this.
So it's not a deal breaker for you. As long as there's rules to it, right? You gotta be respectful with this.
See, I'm not saying that my man needs to go out there and do
Wait,
this.
I mean, but you're saying that you know that he might.
Yes,
okay.
and I feel like I've always felt like that. I don't think that a man was meant to be with one woman.
For the rest of
just like one woman's not meant to be with
let's speak on that.
Since we're
on the subject.
Yes.
Okay, so this is my thing, and I really believe this. Like in my next marriage, relationship, marriage, that commitment. Like I want us to sign an agreement based on what it is that we need and we want, right? In the beginning. And we're going to have yearly, 6 months, whatever check-ins. And let's figure out, is this working for you? Do you want to add anything? Do you want to take anything away? Because I do feel like people grow, people change. Your needs may change.
That sounds like how the relationship usually starts out. But then, down the line, give it some time, and then eventually things just start fading off. And
right. But you never have that communication. You don't talk about it. And, there's resent that starts to build up, and a person feels like, I'm not getting this. I was expecting this, or I'm getting that. Let's talk about it. Like, I'm all about communication. I'm all about, like, let's be transparent. And let everyone live. Let everyone get what they need and what they want. Everybody should be happy.
Yes.
It ain't just about me. I want you to be happy too. Like, what do you need? I ain't doing that. All right, well, I ain't doing it. Thank you. That's fine.
So, what do you think about a 50-50 relationship? Your thoughts?
50-50 as far as like bills?
Yes, just
Okay, so I would say that when I first got married, we did split things. Like, like my husband, like he paid the mortgage, the big bills, and I paid like, the small bills and I bought the groceries. And that was fine. When I was laid off from my job, he did everything.
Exactly.
It wasn't a problem. And if there was ever a time where I was, I needed to step up for the family, I would. Like that's what families do. We're partners. We're in this together. But I feel that like men who go in, like that's the narrative, and I'm not what you're not gonna do. Like to me, that's really the men who don't have it.
Mm-hmm.
And that, like, just say that, like, just say, you know what, I'm not in a position
the men
to cover it all, because I feel like men want to provide.
Yes.
If they can, if they have the means, and the men that don't, they want to make you feel some type of way for requiring it. Just
you can't make me feel no type of way. I'm sorry. And ain't no 50-50 neither. What man do 50-50 around the house? Granted, you have some. Because I've had a man that went to work, came home, brought the checks home, and still helped around the house. And yeah, you have those that do. So I'm gonna give it, because I had that. That.
Yeah, like the way I grew up, like my dad, he was old school. And his thing was a man is supposed to keep a roof over his family's head, keep the lights on, and make sure there's food in the refrigerator.
Exactly.
Simple. He didn't care what else you like, whatever money you bringing in. That's what he like. He didn't care. Like I'm sorry to be telling your business, mama, but there was a time like where my parents like they were like separated, and then like my dad was paying child support. They got back together. Do you think my mama stopped that child support?
In the same house?
And he was paying everything. And she still got the check. Hey, he ain't questioning it. Why should she?
That was her allowance. She was still getting her allowance.
She was still getting her allowance, and her bills were paid. Her money was hers. But
I want to be like your mama when I grow up.
Shout out to PJ. Good job. But like that, I don't know a lot of men that like are made like that these days. Or I would say that like I said, the men that like protest that like are usually the ones that don't have it. So date in your way.
Yes.
You can't make my
I was watching the show last week and they were talking about women having multiple children's fathers and just having a man of high value. He don't like women with kids and there's all of the extra bullshit. But let me tell you something. I have a great man. I'm talking about I don't have to pay shit. No bills, no nothing. We on a different just yes, and everything.
Cheers. So more of that in 2020.
And I have children, and we don't have one together, and everything is taken care of. And when he's on that road, he's on that phone 24/7. Money gets in home. Everything is good. And when he comes home, he cooks and we clean. We do everything together. Like it's great.
That's great. You manifested that shit. Okay. So, like, tell me, like, the boxes that he checked for you.
All of them. Everything.
What were your boxes?
The sex is amazing. Girl, I'm gonna tell you, I was young.
Are you a Scorpio? You are a Scorpio.
Yes.
That's when she said the set. That was the number one thing she named.
It wasn't even just that. It wasn't just that because he started off from the gate, like when we first met. Like he was just doing, and he never stopped, and it's still to this day we still the same. So ain't nothing changed. The bill's still paid. I get to keep all my money, and everything is good.
Hey, you deserve it. Because how much bullshit did you put up with before that?
Well, with him, I didn't do none. But the children's father, oh man, like any other woman, been through the extra rigmarole. But hey, We all done been through it. It
Yeah.
happens. You move forward. I ain't bitter. I ain't mad at nobody. They can all still kiss my, you know.
I love it. Oh my gosh. Okay. Oh my gosh. This has been dope. This has been dope. So, I'm gonna end this whole LisaRaye thing. So, you know, like for real, like as much as like a millennial woman that I am, I wholeheartedly believe that I'm gonna do what I need to do when I'm not in a relationship. Like I'm gonna make sure I'm taking care of mine. I'm gonna make sure I'm good. I'm gonna live the best single life there is to be lived. But when I'm in a relationship, because I know all that I bring, I know what he's getting. There are certain things that I'm expecting.
Exactly.
You know, and so I think it's okay to be very selective about who your partner is. I think women, we need to be more selective. And if we were, that would require men to raise, like when we raise our standards, they're going to have to elevate to that level. As long as there's women down here that's going to accept them, accept the bullshit, that's where they're going to stay.
Nowadays, you don't know who is who. You have to really, like they be talking about, oh, you get 6 months with this person. You can't learn a person in 6 months. I tell you that.
Yeah, that's true.
People are whoever they want to be in their mind. You know, you just can't. Ain't no man just came up to you and just fully been himself at that time. They tend to be other people.
Yeah,
you learn them over time.
Yeah, because like everyone, like they have their representative, you know, there in the beginning because they're trying to win you over. Mm-hmm. Like, and you know, as much as they like, I am not just chasing on. You do.
Chasing all the time.
You need to.
They all trick. It don't matter what. If you going to go
it ain't tricking if you got it.
Yeah, there you go. It really ain't the ones that got it.
They don't even blink.
No, but you have men that get up and they go to the strip. They have women at home. And they be willing to do the bare minimum at home, but they in the strip clubs. I'm talking about when you go to the club and you just offer to buy a woman a drink, that's tricky. You going to go do little things.
They got a budget. I call them out all the time. Like, I know you got trick off budget. I know you said I got
with this $40. He about to buy you a couple drinks.
No, he's like,
say
look,
2 or 3 what it is.
Right, he's like, look, no, I got $500 for the weekend. That's like, okay. Me and my homeboy, we gonna split a section on Friday night. Saturday night we're gonna split a section.
Not in Atlanta, the section like $700.
That's how they gonna split. It's 4 ways. Okay, we need 4. Okay, but no. In conclusion, we're gonna close out because I'm getting a little tipsy. That's why I love you.
This shit is good.
That's good. I'm glad you enjoyed it. But in closing, this was Smart Love. What do I call it? Smart and hot love topics. Okay. And, you know, we don't typically talk about celebrities and what they got going on because I don't believe none of that shit. They're just regular people like us.
Exactly.
But, you know, it's good to talk about, like, you know, the headlines and what's going on and, like, relate it to lessons that we can learn. So I feel like, you know, we touched on, you know, what's going on in relationships today and people, like, running away from marriages and commitments and, you know, finding new ways to cheat and you know, the broken homes and all those things. We didn't solve anything today, but we talked about it and we, you know, we gave our honest opinions and yeah, we're being transparent. And like all the things that, you know, is going on with generations today, we can all be, you know, we can hold ourselves accountable and say, yeah, that was me 10 years ago, my first relationship, my second or my third. Yes, we've all experienced those things. But the point of Smart Love, the reason why I do this is like I feel like we can learn from each other's experiences and we can learn from our own.
Yeah.
Like it's all trial and error.
Everything was a learning experience for me. I've learned from every situation that I've been in. I've took something from it and went on about my life. I ain't mad at nobody. Like I said, I'm cool. Everything is fine. I'm living, and I'm gonna continue to be cool. So guess what? No matter what happens,
Continue to be great. Yes. So this is Smart Love. Make sure you like, follow, subscribe, all the things. Hold on. Let me make sure I understand where I need to go. But yeah, make sure you follow me on @SmartLoveInc. Check out my girl Michelle. What's your IG handle? Where you at?
Girl.
You don't want to follow me, but listen, she's not. Welcome, my smart lovers and friends. I'm so excited to have you here. Welcome to this community built just for you, focused on inspiring true love and authentic, healthy relationships, okay? All the ships, friendships, romantic relationships, partnerships, all of the above. So I'm super excited to have you here. What to expect, topics related to dating, relationships, marriage, growth, self-care, self-reflection, self-mastery. Thank you for being here. Thank you for being a part of the community.
Okay, Smart Love. Did you catch me? Did you catch me? Did you check my
Make sure you share with a friend or two or three. Let's continue to grow together.